or death, that is my credo, not my ego.
It's Madden NFL 23. And up next are the Texans superstar linebacker, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game.
It's the Texans and the Jaguars, and it's coming up next.
He originally opened in 1995 at Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when his franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's going to be dropped following a break up at 7 past the 30 to the 32. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Houston.
Now a give, right side, Swift. And he's got room. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin Lloyd, the one to get home and earn that sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And he's going to take this across midfield in the Jacksonville territory. And as we break it down on next-gen stats, that entire play wound up taking just 2.4 seconds beginning to end. So they were on him in a hurry. We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. Sliding out of the pocket. They'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Teams talk all the time about stretching the defense, and nothing stretches the field more than a deep ball, and I mean a deep ball. That one didn't connect, but certainly they'll be back on their heels.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. It's a pretty good opening drive. It'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They won in 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year not to take anything away from it. On second down, Swift. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline. But no bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Three 0 after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Lawrence to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Darius Toney, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back.
Defense, not changing.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. They go play action with Lawrence. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First target, first catch, and a first down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Lawrence. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown Jaguars. From 17 yards out. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running. Because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Houston set to take over. And Charles, if today, and it's not going to. We still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw again. Out to the left, that's where the tight end Moreau is. Touchdown, Texans! Foster Moreau from 17 yards out. And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So that drive, 4 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. They go play action now. Lawrence. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Lawrence will throw. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! A big play there. 65 yards. And the Jaguars have yet again retaken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back, and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back to throw again. Looking middle, and that's complete.
The second down pass. Complete to number 19.
So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports halftime.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10.
We go!
Now Lawrence. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he's able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Lawrence. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Lawrence. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line.
But he's certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Rolling to his right. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but incomplete.
Intended for number 87, incomplete. Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Wagner. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans. Now a handoff as they run left side. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. This pass caught at the 4. And the Jags are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
He did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. From a yard out.
And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
A loss loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. So the completion results in 9 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, I'd have to say in that situation, they're lined up for a running play. It's only 3rd and 2. Some element of the pass, but that was really well blocked.
Probably call those gravy plays, right, if you're the offensive coordinator?
No doubt about it.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. First down, and they go with Swift again. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. No luck whatsoever there on the draw.
Yeah, they're supposed to use their aggressiveness against them. That was the hope. But maybe they had too big of a meal last night. A half step slow, and he ends up running right into the meat of the defense.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Complete. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 43 yards. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode, trying to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. Back to throw. Lawrence. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Again, it's Lawrence. He finds his man complete. It's Wagner. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 16. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up.
Touchdown, Jaguars! A 14-yard touchdown. And the Jags will add to their 4th quarter lead. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Dancing to his left. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And out of that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines are raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone. Line.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Very quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Ready, Rick.
They'll try and run some. Oh, no, he lost the football. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. Now he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And they'll give them another shot here on the ground. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably the final need to finish this thing up. But it's still 8 up time. Got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So now the Texans down by 13. A minute 40 remaining. Field goals useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Second and 4. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll drop to throw. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Jags are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And that is incomplete. 15 seconds now on the clock here.
He was defended by Derek Henry.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, that's good decision making right there. Down in distance, knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Lawrence. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go. Been decided. Lawrence going to throw again. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally